Hello and welcome 11 Commerce students. This is the third class of partnership chapter of business studies subject. In my previous two classes I have explained to you the introduction, the definition of partnership as well as the important features of partnership. Now this class I have divided into two segments. In the first segment I am going to discuss about the merits or the advantages of partnership business. And in the second segment, I am going to discuss about the drawbacks or the limitations of partnership business. So let's get started. Now first I will start with the merits of partnership business, the advantages of partnership business. Advantages of partnership business. Now, sole proprietorship business has certain shortcomings, but partnership business has successfully overcome those shortcomings. The first advantage or the first merit of this form of business is it is very easy to form. Like sole proprietorship, it is very easy to form. It is very easy to form because it has less paperwork, it has got less formalities, and without much legal formalities and much expense, this kind of business can be formed. Now, second advantageous point is it has got larger financial resources. So, second point is it has got larger financial resources. Now since owners are more than sole proprietorship business, the number of partners are obviously more than sole proprietorship business. So sources of capital raising is more. The partners can arrange funds more than the owner of a sole proprietorship business. Since the number of partner is more than sole proprietorship business, so it is possible to raise capital from different sources. They can borrow from outside, they can arrange from their own funds also. So further capital if necessary also that they can manage, and also these partners have a credit worthiness in the market. Since this type of business is a little bit large than a sole proprietorship business, so the partners have their credit worthiness in the market. They already have created the credit worthiness in the market, so they can easily raise the capital from different source without any problem, without facing any kind of problem. Then third point is risk sharing. Risk can be shared by the partners equally or proportionately, whatever will be given, but it is not like each one, only one sole proprietorship or the one owner has to bear all the risk. The partners will bear all the risk of loss or all the expenses. The partners will incur equally. So there is no such burden of risk upon one owner, since the number of owners are much more than a single proprietorship business. So this is the third important point. Next is flexibility. Next point is there is a flexibility in the operation of this kind of business. This is only because the partnership business is free from many legal restrictions and free from all sorts of government control. So they can easily change the managerial structure of the business and the capital structure of the business. The size of the business they can increase without having much legal formalities and much government interference in the business. So external environment they can keep pace with the external environment without facing any problem. So there is a flexibility in this kind of business. So this is the fourth important point of partnership business. Now secrecy. Fifth point is secrecy. Now secrecy can be maintained by this type of partnership firm. They can be maintained by the partners if they want. They don't need to publish their accounts. They need to show their accounts to the government. The secrecy of the management affairs, the business affairs, that can be maintained. Whatever decisions the partner will make, those kind of decisions they can keep as a secret within the zone of the business. So this is another advantage of partnership business. Now moving to the next point, that is balanced decision. Since decision is taken by the partners, so there is equal participation and equal opinion of each and every partner. Each and every partner is very important, and their opinion is also of equal importance. So there is a balanced decision maintained, balanced decision taken from all the partners. Because they actively participate in the management, and whatever decision is taken, they jointly take it. So there is a mutual consent. I have told you earlier that there is a mutual consent among all the partners. So there is always a balanced equation in the business. Point number 7 is easy resolution. Now, easy resolution. Partner can dissolve on insolvency, lunacy or death of a partner without much legal formalities. And if there is winding up of business also, so it can be done in an inexpensive way. So the dissolution or winding up of business is not very much problematic for them. They can easily dissolve the business if they want to. So these are the points. And another point I just want to add, if you feel like adding another important point, you can do that. That is direct motivation. Direct motivation. The partners can keep a close supervision in their business. The partners can keep a close supervision in the business, since the business is not too large to be handled. So there is a direct contact with the customers, direct contact with the employees engaged in the business. So that's why profits can be earned more and more, and this earning of profit can motivate the partners more and more to expand the business. So direct motivation is another advantageous point, another point of this merit. So these are the points. Apart from these, if you want to give some more points like more scope of expansion or protection of minority interest, or many points are there, like close supervision, any sort of point if you want to add, you can add. But for 4 marks, I think these points are enough. Any 6 points from these is enough. So I think if you note down this point, you can easily answer the question that what are the merits of partnership business. Now, apart from these, whatever I have explained, I have also provided you the answers through a link in the description box. Just download, see the description box, download the PDF where you can get all the question answers, all the important question answers regarding features, advantage and many other questions coming up next. So those you can download if you want to get the answers. Those answers are provided for you. Please download the PDF to get the proper answers. Now we move on to the second segment of the class, that is the drawbacks or the limitations or the shortcomings of partnership business. So let's move on to the next answer, the next part, that is the disadvantages. Disadvantages of partnership business. Now, partnership business has also shortcomings of its own. Definitely, it is not the best form of business. It is better than sole proprietorship business in terms of managerial skills or specialization or expansion, capital requirement, capital provision. But there are certain limitations. The first limitation among them is that unlimited liability. So the first point is unlimited liability. Please download, go in the description box, see the link, download the PDF to get these answers. So first point is unlimited liability. Now liability of a partner is unlimited. Now in case of losses, the partner will not only lose the business property, also there is a chance, there is a probability of losing their own private properties also, because unlimited liability is there, and creditors can claim over their personal property to get their accounts settled. The creditors of the business may not only get over to the business property, but also can take a hold upon the personal property of the partners in order to meet up the liabilities, the obligations of the business. So this is one main drawback of partnership business, unlimited liability. Now next is blocking of capital. Blocking of capital. Now this is very important point, because if any partner wants to withdraw his own capital at a certain point of time, he feels like withdrawing his own capital from the business, he cannot do so without the consent of the other partners, because he need to seek the permission of other partners in case of withdrawal of his some portion of capital, or if he wants to transfer the shares, he need to seek the permission of other partners. This is just a kind of main drawback of this type of business. Whatever you do, either you transfer or you withdraw, whatever a partner does, whatever one does, he or she has to wait for the decision, wait for the opinion of the other partners to get it approved. Now another point is inability to take quick decision. Another third point is inability to take quick decision. This is because there is no single owner. There are amalgamation of more than one partner. So one has to wait for the decision of the other, one has to wait for the opinion of the other, since everyone is very much actively participating in the business affairs. So each individual's voting, each individual's decision is very important. One cannot decide everything. So he has to wait for each and every decision of the management of the business affairs. So quick decision is not possible, because everyone's consent, everyone's permission is required for this kind of business. So this is another drawback of partnership business. Next is responsibility after winding up. Responsibility after winding up. If the business gets insolvent, or if it gets dissolved for some reason, the responsibility of the partners is not over till there is a public notice coming to them. If and only if a public notice comes to them that the business gets dissolved, a notice comes to them from the side of the government that the business is over at the death or insolvency or lunacy of any kind of partner, then only it dissolves. But only death of a partner or only insolvency of a partner doesn't mean the business is winded up. It is not winded up till the full responsibility of the business gets over, full liabilities get paid off, all the obligations are met, all the creditors, all the accounts of the creditors are settled. So this is another important drawback. The main drawback, now we come to the main one, that is conflict. Many kind of dispute and conflict can arise in this kind of business. Since there are more heads, so conflicts may arise because there are probability of differences of opinion. One opinion may differ from the other. One may not agree with the other. So there can be dispute, there can be conflicts of opinion, which is not possible in case of a sole proprietorship business because there are no other owners. But in case of partnership business, there are more than one owner, partners are more in number, so conflicts may arise because of difference of opinion or any mutual conflict may arise. So this is another important drawback. Last drawback, uncertainty. This type of business is uncertain. Its certainty is under question because partnership business suffers from instability, insolvency, retirement or death of any kind of partner. This type of insolvency or retirement or death of any one partner can bring an abrupt ending to the business. So this is another major point, that is uncertainty of the business. This abrupt ending is not at all desirable. So that's why it is another important point of the drawback. Now apart from this point, there are other points like lack of secrecy or limited resources again. So you can add those points apart from these points, but these points are the main which I have explained today. Also, apart from explaining, I have given all the answers through a PDF. Please see the description box, go through the link, download the PDF to get all the answers. I repeat, download the PDF to get all the answers of partnership. Whatever I have explained till now, till date, whatever I have explained, all the answers you can get through the download of the PDF. So please do that. In my next class, I will come up with some other important questions of this partnership. Till then, prepare whatever I have explained. Thank you. Goodbye.